Hello, this is Sela1 making a new video review. Now we have the Revoltech SP and NREX, the Evangelion Production Model Unit 03 and the Evangelion Prototype Unit 00 from Evangelion 2.0 You Cannot Advance. These are sculpted by Yamaguchi Katsuhisa and produced by Kaiyodo on the line Revoltech. These figures were released like 3 or 4 years ago, after the release of Evangelion 2.0, and they are both limited editions. In fact, they are the only two limited editions in the mold known as the 2.0 mold. It consists on 7 figures. I have reviewed previously EVA Unit 1 and Unit 2, and I'm going to review these two now because they are both limited editions and because it's, as I've said before, easier to move with 2 figures at the same time. So, Unit 0 doesn't have a number. The number normally goes in here, it just says SP. I'm not quite sure, I'm not familiar with what those abbreviations mean, but it has a seal of the 7-Eleven store chain. So I guess that it was sold in Japan in those stores, or maybe it had publicity there, I'm not sure. I had to buy it on eBay because since it was a limited edition, and because anyways back then I did not use online shopping my own. I had to buy, well actually I bought both of them on eBay, and they were kind of expensive back then and they are still expensive nowadays if you don't look properly. Well, like the rest of the boxes of the rest of the Evangelions, we have a lot of posing work for these EVAs, the pictures of the extras and new features that were not previously featured, information about the Revoltech joints that I don't understand, and EVA Unit 3 has a significantly different box. This was because it was released as an extra for a magazine. Or maybe the magazine was an extra with a figure. I'm not quite sure. In any case, this is the magazine I'm telling you about. It's called Figure O Premium Series, and it contains practically every Revoltech made until up to this point, where we have the original figures from the 2.0 mold, which were EVA Unit 1, Unit 2, and the first edition of Evangelion Unit 5. This magazine is quite interesting actually. Besides the fact that you can't actually read anything if you don't know Japanese, we have some randomly sculpted figure with the size of the joints, information regarding the figure you have, and then illustrations of every figure that Revoltech has made. Here we have all the original Evangelions, and well, it was nice. I had fun passing through the pages. Oh, the original Reis and Asuka from the Frontline line, which seems to have existed only for death. Susumiya Haruhi, Danboard, and I don't know about any of these guys. Anyhow, the magazine was originally on top of this, and there was a third cover around the box and the magazine. I have since removed that because it's easier to store them with that. So here we have Unit 0 and Unit 3 with all their extras. I'm gonna give a quick review of articulation, just so that you know, because I have checked them many times with the other EVAs. There is one articulation in the shoulder, one in the elbow, one articulation at the top and at the bottom of the neck, one tiny peg here that allows the pylon to rotate and move, one articulation here just under the odd colored plate. There is one articulation not held by a joint that allows the EVA to kick, one articulation that allows the EVA to twist its leg like this, one articulation here on the knee, another one on the ankle, and just a little one here on the toe of the EVA. that's it for articulation. Let's move on. These two Evas, despite being limited editions, are notorious for the, let's call them, lack of enthusiasm on the extras. And these two Evas give a lot in, well, how to put it. There are a lot of extras that these two units use in the movies that are not seen here on the figures, especially for Unit 0. I'm going to start checking the extras only so that you know. As usual, it comes with the umbilical cable, and this is when it gets interesting. We see this rifle, like normally every Eva comes with one of these, more or less, and this is where we get interesting, because we see that the Eva comes with this tiny progressive knife, but it is a progressive knife that is not seen on the movie. It is from the TV series, from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Also we have this, which is an N2 mine. It's just a small cylinder here, but this doesn't appear on the movie either. In the movie we see Eva Unit 0 charging a 10th Angel with a large missile that is actually as big as the Eva. They replace it with this small bomb. And finally there is this rocket launcher. This was first seen on another figure with Eva Units 3 and 4 on the Neon Genesis Evangelion sculpt. And it was briefly seen on the TV series back. Eva Unit 2 used one of them on the episode where Eva Unit 3 is possessed by the angel. And it used a smaller version of those back when the angel Ceruel entered Geofront. Well, those are the extras that come with the unit, besides the robot chip, this 10-point coin that serves no purpose here, and the extra for Eva Unit 2 that I mentioned on the review. You can see it on my channel. Well, that's it for Eva Unit 0. For Eva Unit 3 we have some other interesting extras. We have the umbilical cable, and we have an extra set of arms, longer angel arms actually. Changing them is fairly easy. You have just to pull the shoulder articulation, the elbow articulation, and place it on the new arm, something that can be quite difficult. So they included, thankfully, the Revoltech. They are basically pliers that have a hole specifically designed to hold the Revoltech joints, so that if you want to change a figure or pull the articulation, you hold it and pull out. It is easier than if you are holding this and the figure like here. It's very difficult. So you just pull, and you can also twist it like this. That is really not the point, but anyways. So to change the Eva into its angel form, all you have to do is take first the pylon out of the way. This is important. You don't want to push on it accidentally and breaking it. You take out the upper part. This is where the pliers come in handy, because you just have to pull the joint out like this without much damage to the arm, and then you just have to assemble this here. Just put, oh, damn it, the articulation back on these. Oh, damn it. It's kind of difficult. Maybe I just don't use them enough. Like this. Then you just put on the rest of the arm. Like this, and just put in a hand on the other end. Like this. Oh, damn it. Then you just slide it back. Again, carefully not to knock on the pylon. then this is annoying. If you have any complications, just remove the pylon, you don't want it breaking. And this is tight. Oh, there you go. And then just slide the pylon back in, reset the EVA, and here you have. You can see here that the angel arm is significantly longer than the normal EVA arm. It's like half an inch longer, maybe a full inch. It falls all the way to the EVA's knees. Now, we all know that in Evangelion 2.0 this EVA breaks the pylons and grows a second pair of arms on top. This feature was not portrayed on this figure. I don't know why. It was very interesting. It was not used until the Evangelion Evolution line came in play. And, well, to compensate for that, there are another couple of extras for this Angel EVA. We have, for example, the fact that you can remove the top of the entry block cover and put in a contaminated entry block here, like this. It is dull gray or bone colored something. In the movie it is blue, so I took the liberty of painting one of mine blue, like this. Now it looks kind of better. And to end it, the EVA can open its mouth like EVA Unit 1. It doesn't look as realistic as a robot Damashi or as having a head with the mouth open, but it serves a trick, actually. Well, and that is all for the extras of EVA Unit 3. Besides the 2-point Revoltech chip, that again serves a purpose here, and the robot players. Well, both of the EVAs come with one of these bases, the black one. The transparent one did not appear, I think, until the Beast Mode EVA or the released EVA Unit 1. Anyway, they are not that cool since we have the transparent ones nowadays. Now, on the hand department we have fists, 2 sets of open palms, one for catching and one for stopping. We have rifle holding hands, even though Unit 3 does not have any rifle. We have this strange hand that seems to be for like holding a rifle on the front. I'm not quite sure. And as usual in this mold we have the karate chop and bowling hand. Still I see no purpose for them. So for the final verdict, we have a couple of very nicely sculpted figures that seem to suffer on the extra side, especially when it comes to screen accuracy. EVA Unit 3 seems, in its angel form, kind of devoid of a purpose if you don't have all the arms. And EVA Unit 0 doesn't look complete without the large missile. I think that in these two figures Revoltech looked kinda lazy, and maybe since it had the market how to say it, back then the robot Damashi line had not been released, and Revoltech was practically the only company that was making action figures of Evangelions, so they could do as they pleased and not having to answer to anybody for what they did. But when the robot Damashi line came in and they made so many improvements on their sculpt and on the articulation and on the extras, both the robot Damashi and EVA Unit 3 and EVA Unit 0 came with all those little details that Revoltech didn't bother in including, like the missile and the extra arms. But, well, Revoltech fixed all those negligences. How do you say that? Negligence or negligences? Well, anyway, they fixed all that on the Evangelion Evolution line, and even then they included some extras that seem to have been taken out of our robot Tamashi. So, well, if you want to have the complete set of EVA Units 0, 1, 2, and 3, then you can look for the limited edition set. It goes for around $200, so in theory it would be cheaper than buying all the 4 units apart, especially because these two can be expensive if you don't look properly for them. Also, the set has all the extras that originally came with the figures, and they come with a metallic finish on the paint. It's not kind of metallic, but the paint is a little lighter and the finish is a little glossier. And well, if you really want the 2.0 mold, you can look for that. Just be mindful that it won't include the Evangelion Unit 5, the Beast Mode EVA Unit 2, or the Awakened EVA Unit 1, so be mindful of that. In any case, these two, given the fact that, in my opinion, the 2.0 mold gets closer to the actual sculpt of the actual form of the EVAs in Revoltech, then I really like these two figures, especially Unit 0. Its appearance of lazy and whatever seem to be perfectly captured here on this particular mold. And to finish it, just once again to showcase this little extra I have, the a custom I made out of one EVA Unit 3. It's an Evangelion Unit 4 on the 2.0 mold. I just painted it silver and red. You can see some pictures on my blog. So this was all. This was Sela 1 making a video review. The Evangelion SP and NREX, the Evangelion Unit 00 and 03 from Evangelion 2.0 you cannot advance. Visit my blog epaposters.blogspot.com and my Tumblr. Thanks for watching.